Hey, what's up, Vicious?
CG, Big C.
Up on the track, right down where it's at.
Young Kings FLA TV, let's get it.
Hot music, we got it. Hot topics, we got it. Black power, we got it. And knowledge, we got it. 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 Got spirit, we got it. Having fun, we got it. Get work done, we got it. Number one, we got it. 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 C-E-G. We got that hot sauce, baby, and we put that sauce on everything. FLA Young King. We got it. 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 C-E-G. We got that hot sauce, baby, and we put that sauce on everything. FLA Young King. We got it. 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 Young Kings doing your thing. Haters can't take the heat that you bring. Hey, alliance, I won't break apart, and it don't matter the blow. I'm standing tall, I never fall, I'm never fearing my foe. On the rise, 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 on the rise. Alliance, I won't break apart, and it don't matter the blow. I'm standing tall, I never fall, I'm never fearing my foe.
Yo, this is Young Kings FLA TV, bringing down the knowledge, y'all boys come see me. We about to bring your head with that sense that you need, man. Politics, movement, government programs. Don't get it twisted with the facts, man, we spit that. Killing these hecklers, boys, don't you know we bout that? Giving you the source with authenticity, cop that. Diggers and getters, man, CG will map that.
Wow. CG will map that every day, every single week, every single month of the year. This is it, Young Kings FLA TV. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. On the rise, on the rise, on the rise. Exactly.
Exactly. Informed with everything that's going on. We got Big C over there. We got J.Gooden in the building. And yours truly, Miss Sandy from Red. We have some great topics for you to keep you informed with today. Anything before we cut?
Let's get right. Let's get right to it.
We'll be right back.
All right.
All right, welcome back to CEG TV, Young Kings on the Rise. And our first topic of today is Brianna Taylor. Today marks 1 complete year since the brutal fatal murder of this young 26-year-old woman. 1 year later, and Brianna Taylor and her family still has not received justice for her murder, and her mother is not taking anything less than justice. 1 year ago, 26-year-old Brianna Taylor was fatally shot in a botched police raid at her apartment while she was sleeping. 4 officers were involved in the shooting, which has not been held accountable for the death, which caused Louisville protests for justice. So they have been protesting since a year. Brianna's mother, Tamika Palmer, has filed a complaint against 6 officers with internal affairs. Since last year, protests in Louisville has passed Brianna's law, which banned the no-knock warrants, police reforms, fired 3 of the police officers, and settled to the Taylor family $12 million. But the family is looking for justice in charges of the police officers after a grand jury didn't indict any of them. So basically, they were not held accountable. They gave them things with, the settlement, but that hasn't settled in their heart the death of their family member, Brianna Taylor, which is really sad. And we do have a footage of the mother speaking out.
Okay. All right, let's tune in this time.
Doug, right now we're standing outside of the Commonwealth's Attorney Office, Tom Wine, because this is where the group members of Untitled Freedom, alongside Brianna Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, gathered this morning to hold a news conference. Today's main message was they will not stop fighting until justice is served.
It is with heavy heart that we come here this weekend.
As they stood outside of the office of Commonwealth's Attorney Tom Wine.
If we know justice,
then we will know peace.
Co-founders of Untitled Freedom, Brianna Taylor's family, and local activists called on him to take action.
He recently dropped the charges against Kenneth Walker, so he no longer has a conflict.
Tom, why you got a job to do? That's all we asking you to do.
Almost a year after Taylor was killed in her home, her mother and protesters are renewing their calls for justice.
You've seen us stand. You've seen us gather, march, protest, cry. It's crazy how long it's been. What you won't see, though, is us divide on what we want.
They're calling on prosecution of the officers behind Taylor's death.
Yes, there has been progress, but there has been no justice.
Right.
And we didn't come for progress, we came for justice.
Untitled Freedom and Taylor's family will hold a rally in Jefferson Square Park on Saturday to mark the anniversary.
The tone of this weekend. We want to be very clear that we are not here to celebrate. We are not celebrating. There's nothing to celebrate here.
The beginning of what's to come this season, letting people know they're in it for the long haul.
I'm so excited that the summer is coming back. So that people can get inspired to get back in the street.
That's right.
Stop fighting for Brianna Taylor.
No peace.
Wow.
Let's stop.
Just minutes ago, Tom Wine released a statement saying in part his off.
All right, man. Stop it. Yeah, stop it.
Well, that's something else to know that you lost your child in such a terrible fate with no justice. Like the young gentleman said, they weren't looking for things, they're looking for justice. You know, they gave them everything but justice. That is something that the mother has to go to sleep with that night. And we have a 26-year-old, you know, that's very young.
To be passing away. Not passing away, just somebody getting murdered. Murdered by the people who were supposed to protect.
Protect and serve, that's what they say. Well, we see all these mass murders and killings every single day by every single police precinct, district, city, like almost every single part of the corner of the nation. I mean, like, when is it ever gonna go in? We need this reform right now for us to understand that we are standing together, we stand firm, because we know our laws. You know what I'm saying? We know the system. We know how you guys are supposed to act. Well, when you see like ignorant, and they're saying redneck, some of redneck because the background, you know what I'm saying, and everything else that they have going on, they want to go put that principality over the job, and that doesn't make it fair or right for anybody else, and especially for like a new generation who's seeing what they've been doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course, everybody's going to have the phone and stand up. You can't get mad at us when we want to go, especially with the age of social media. We want to like let people know what's going on in our own community and what's not fair or right. We have the technology and we have like the know-how to like show what's going on every single day, every single waking moment. You don't just hear the music. You don't just see the movies. This is real. And people need to go wake up to all of this. And I feel like these protests and stands that's happening is definitely a big wake-up call for these officers and literally just anybody who's just not seeing the limelight. Doesn't matter if you come from the hood, doesn't matter if you live in the suburbs, doesn't matter if you live in the mansion. All this is happening in our world, and it's in our ever-changing world. We want that change. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear about impeachments. We don't want to hear about what's going on in structural politics. Because at the end of the day, if we the people don't say and stand up for all of this, nothing's ever going to change. We had a Watts riot in the 1960s. We had an LA riots in the 1990s. We also had Miami riots in the early 80s. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We had all this stuff. We had a Maryland Baltimore out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We have what's going on in Minnesota. You know what I mean? All these recent places. These are not just landmarks that we want to go put in history. But you know it's what you see. Right, exactly. You see it over and over. It's the same story.
Same story over and over again.
Right.
Like George Zimmerman.
Right.
George Zimmerman.
And us not getting justice.
Right.
Giving us handouts. Pay them off. But then we're going to turn around and kill another one. And they still killing, and they still killing.
The cycle have to
over and over.
We're tired of that. We done with that.
Yeah.
We're not standing for it anymore.
Exactly.
You know, we're not standing for it anymore.
Something has to change. They can't continue to not be held accountable. But the assurance in my heart is that God says vengeance is His; He will repay. You know, so a lot of things are set up for God to do. And we just gotta believe that justice will be done in the end for these officers that basically got away with murder. So we just gotta just stand and believe that God is going to, in the end, He's gonna have the last say. Because everybody has to understand that you can't just hurt people. And then money is not everything. Just to pay for what they're on. And a big budget under the rug.
A lot of these people, we may believe, I mean, they strongly believe what they believe about us. Okay? And they feel like what they're doing is right, or they're protecting their race from a bunch of people who don't even care about their own people. Young folks, old folks, all you black, all you people, Jamaican, Haitian, African American, black Cuban, Africans from Africa, all you people are over here, we're over here like a bunch of crabs in the pot. They don't speak to each other, walk past. You see a brother, walk past him. If I don't got your same slang or walk or dialect, you look down on me or you look at me like I think I'm better than you because I'm African American or whatever, man. We need to stop all of that crap, yo. Cause united you stand, divided you fall. We all are living in this country together. So we need to come together, the Italians, the Jews, the freaking Germans, the Polish people, the Irish people, all of those white people stick together. The French Canadians, the French, the English, they all stick together. They all got a piece of the pie. We were brought over here for one thing, to help build this country, to work. They know we don't want to be workers no more. So they bring more people from other countries that's desolate and have no hope and their own people are crapping on them. And they bring them over here, and they bring you over here and they say, don't listen to the African Americans, they're troublemakers. Don't listen to such and such. Hate on them. Them people right there, stay away from them. We're going to give y'all money. We're going to give you a visa. They all make you a citizen now. Just give you a visa to work. And then when you come over here and they do certain stuff, you turn your back like it ain't happening until it happened to one of your family members. They're using us against each other. It's chess, not checkers.
Right.
You know, we come a long way, but we still got a long way.
And then when we do accomplish things, they know how to throw a monkey wrench in our program. They use us to destroy us because we do not like to see one of us come up. We do not support each other. We do not stand with one of each other unless Breonna get killed, George Floyd get his neck. God is trying to get our attention.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It's a lot.
They wait until the last minute in order to put this into effect, and I'm just tired of this.
We go on jobs and snitch on each other.
And they use that as an excuse for
That's not exactly true.
That's true. It's a black on black crime. So if you're killing each other, why do you feel bad if we kill you too?
And you know worse than a gangbanger if you up on Capitol Hill passing laws against black people. Because you got to agree, you're the only black person in the goddamn, out of 100 or 75 goddamn politicians, you're freaking Uncle Tom, freaking chosen one to be, so they can say, oh, see, we got a couple black people with us. But just calling you black, that don't mean you're for the movement.
Right.
So I really feel for the mother who's really fighting for her child. They're going to be protesting. Like the young lady said, she's happy that the summertime is coming back or that the weather is changing. So if you feel motivated to also protest or also to call in to your local commissioner's office, you should, do so. Put your voice out there how you want to see this turn out, because she needs justice for her child. And just like the words of Martin Luther King said, Martin Luther King Jr., and justice to one anywhere, and justice to all everywhere. So we are one, regardless if you don't feel like there's no unity, but we are all one people. So we have to send our prayers out to Tamika Palmer and pray that God's peace be on her heart and that justice is served. So we will be back with another topic.
Right.
See you in a minute.
All right, see you soon.
Welcome back, CEGTV family. We are back with our next topic, which is George Floyd. The family of George Floyd has reached a settlement with the Minneapolis City Council for $27 million on Friday, which $500,000 will be going to benefit George Floyd Memorial Site in Chicago. Former police officer Derek Chauvin, who murdered George in cold blood, is facing trial on murder and manslaughter counts. 3 other officers will be tried as well in August for aiding and abetting. Floyd's family states that although they are grateful for the settlement, no amount of money could ever heal the pain of his loss. And we do have footage of his family members speaking out about the settlement. So let's take a look.
Thank y'all so much. Well, I'm relieved that the settlement has been taken care of. I'd like to thank the Minnesota. I'd like to thank our legal team for standing with us throughout all times, especially Ben. Ben has been here with us for so long, throughout the time that I need to speak with him at night about my brother, about different things. So I thank the state of Minnesota for getting this settlement taken care of. But even though my brother is not here, he's here with me in my heart. Because if I could get him back, I would give all of this back. Him, I know that he's with us and he's standing up right now knowing that we have the opportunity to be able to fund low-income African-American communities. And that's big in our heart as my family stand here, because we are a product of our environments. We come from low income. We come from the CUNY homes. We're a big family. I'm gonna miss my brother. The world, he has made a movement, and everybody is standing with us in solidarity. And I want to be able to thank all the supporters, all the protesters for standing, especially during a pandemic where you didn't have to.
Yes.
You put your lives on the line.
Yes.
There's nothing I can do to be able to repay you for that, because you showed who you are and who you were at that time. So one thing that the world needs to know, America, we need to heal. This nation needs healing. Our family needs healing. There been times where I had to go and see my brother because he had tears pouring out his eyes thinking about our brother. So everybody around this world who have marched with us, On the front line or on the couch, it doesn't matter. Your heart was in a good place, and I like to thank everyone for that. Thank you all so much. May George live in power.
All right.
Power for George.
All right, man. All right.
Well, I'm happy to say that we participated in the march also. And it was amid a pandemic. So we did a small part, but there's still a big picture there, which we spoke about when we touched on Brianna Taylor with her mother wanting justice, which we know that the officer that killed George Floyd, he is up now to be tried for manslaughter and murder. So our prayers still go to their family as well to make sure that justice is served. But it is a time for unity, for everyone to stand up and fight. You know, everyone to voice their opinions, everyone let them know that we won't settle for less than justice. We want justice. That's what we deserve, because any other race, they get their justice. If the shoe was on the other foot, if that was, sad to say, if that was a Caucasian or a white male and the officer killed them, that officer would be in jail. But a lot of those things don't really happen, you know, but we know the consequences would have been justice for that family. And that's all they're asking for, and it's just not fair not to receive it. Just to say, I think that you just want money and here you go and brush it under the rug, you know. But no, justice is what we're calling for. No justice, no peace. What do you guys feel about this matter?
I just want to say this to all the people that's not black. Just imagine you sitting home, you watch the news, and you see a black police officer. Just think about it. A black police officer with his neck on your child. His knee on your child's neck for 8 minutes. Torturing. They didn't just kill him. They didn't shot him and he was gone. But your son, who's a grown man, and the world is watching, your son get choked out, screaming for his mama, who ain't even there. Or even if you are there, and you're on TV and you're a mother, and he's going, mama, I want my mama. With $27 million, make you want to just forget about it? And y'all know, I know the Americans were very proud. The English, the Irish, y'all will go to war. If anybody do anything like they bombed the Twin Towers and all that, y'all went over there and y'all raised a war against those people, and you took those people out that was a threat to this country. But we as human beings, on the human race, because we are of the human race, we bleed red just like you guys.
Exactly.
We serve God. We serve in the military. We work. We do everything y'all do to try to take care of our family and live a good life. But just imagine if it was your child there in broad daylight with everybody pleading and watching and telling them to stop. And this black officer had his knee on your child's neck, torturing him for 8 minutes. Would you just settle for $27 million. No, y'all could go to war.
Yeah.
Y'all go. I remember when I was a kid, and there was this city in Florida called what was it called? Red Road. What was that city? They made a movie about it when they thought the guy raped the white woman when they was actually having an affair. And
you mean that Thurgood Marshall?
No. It was Rosewood, Floyd. All the guy did was have sex with a white woman, but they thought he raped her because she said it, because they got caught doing whatever they was doing. She got what y'all would say jungle fever. And those people went in the black community, shooting and killing and burning down houses. I saw this as a young youth. Then as a grown man, to see a black man get choked out for no reason at all. In front of the whole world. Everybody saw it, including his brothers and sisters and his mama looking down from heaven. Would you just take $27 million? No, y'all wouldn't. Y'all would go and y'all would rage war on whoever did something to your family, man. You will wipe out their family. You know this, America. That's what y'all do.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
How many Ahmaud Arbors, how many Brianna Taylors, how many George Floyds are there going to be in the future? You know, I remember watching LA 92 documentary from National Geographic, and it's very sad that history repeats itself very often. You know, I mean, same thing happened to Watts. Same thing happened over there with the Rodney King riots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like I said before, like it breaks out because when people pay attention to history, you know what I mean, and whoever repeats history, you know what I'm saying, or who don't know from history, is going to repeat it. So we know from history, we learn from it, and it's very appalling to see us in a desecrated state because we go through the same problems that we haven't learned from history. You know, but it's another thing to see that the people, for what laws that they abide to and what they stand for. You know, what the police have to go stand for, what justice really means to everybody. You know what I'm saying? We have to go about the movements that we do and just to make them hear what we have to go say and just to remind them that this is what you've been doing.
Bang.
Yeah, this is nothing new.
It's like it don't stop. It's like a bad dream over and over.
Don't stop. Yeah.
A bad dream.
Honestly, I like to say the analogy. You're right about that.
I have a bad dream over and over. The same thing keep happening.
Yeah.
It's like you stuck in some kind of time zone, like, and you got black people feeling like, why is God punishing me?
Right.
I hear people say it all the time. Why am I being punished? Why am I being punished? Why am I being punished? All I want is right. All I want to do is live. All I want to do is have a big house. All I want to do is have a boat. All I want to do is live. It's like a bad dream. It's like you wake up every morning and then you drive down the street and the police get behind you. You're like, oh my, what? Am I having to bust this dude today? I know, because I know, man, that's how people be feeling. If they're going to take me, I'm going to take someone with me.
Right.
You know, there's some people like, oh no, I don't want no trouble, and they still, but that's the ones who get killed. They don't run up on the thugs or them gangsters because they know it's going to be a shootout.
Right. But they want to go get...
They're taking people's lives that don't bother nobody.
Yeah, and we see it all the time. Right. That's exactly what I'm trying to go say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really have to beat up Rodney King right there on the street. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he got pulled over because like he was doing like over 100 miles per hour. You could have run him a warning. You could have given him a ticket and
take him to jail.
Right there, or just take him to jail. Y'all had to beat the man senseless. Y'all had to do that and making all our neighbors over there in LA like film y'all, and you still had acquisition on the cops. It's the same crap that we seeing today.
Same thing.
Y'all leave these cops. It don't mean matter if it's white or black. You'll still leave the cops. You just are responsible. Y'all leave them on an acquisition because they were doing their job.
Yeah.
Right?
But they don't do that.
It's supposed to
They don't do that to their own.
They never do that to their own people, man.
And a prime example.
Come on, man.
We're gonna cut this short.
Yeah.
Prime example. It's a young boy that got totally disrespected as a 5-year-old. 5-year-old kid.
Wow.
And this white lady, they refused to say her name. I'm gonna let Candy Apple Red tell y'all about this one. This is good. Y'all listen. Y'all tell us what y'all would do.
But back to what I wanted to say before we ended the George Floyd session.
Okay, go ahead.
And went into that, I just wanted to say that I believe America has a heart condition which they really need to look into, because it makes no sense to have something so repetitious, so repeatedly saying, to have empathy for us, to say, feel our pain and to give us justice, and to just not do it and to know we will fight back for it. And then you still continue to try to treat us as if you were allowed to and as if it's going to work. But it's not. We're still going to be fighting for justice.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense at all, because we are in this big melting pot that you call America. We are in this together right now, and we are divided, and it makes no sense. You know, I was happy to see some of the unity with the protests with the other races and nations coming together and standing up, but it doesn't end there. We just got to see eye to eye that we have to be in unity. We are neighbors. I'm your neighbor. Okay? You're your neighbor. We're neighbors. Why are we fighting over race? It makes no sense. We are God's creatures. God created us all. We can't be God over someone else. That position is already filled. You know? So you can't try to destroy a life that you never gave. Only God gives life. Okay? So it's not your right to try to take it away and to govern it and rule it how you feel you can dictate it. But peace to the George Floyd family, I pray. I pray for settlement in their hearts, you know, besides this money, which they said they're going to put back in the community. So that's my thoughts on the George Floyd, and we'll be right back.
Let me say one thing, man. Remember all the time, like, you know, any type of legal tender note, money, gold, silver, listen, man, that's not going to replace life. That's not going to replace life, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to do all 27 million. Listen, that is nothing compared to anyone who's born of God. You know what I'm saying? Who come into this world. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're in a sinful world, but they still want peace and prosperity in life. That man never did nothing to y'all, man. Honestly, man. Okay? 27 million, 50 million, 100 million, that's never going to go a place of life.
Never.
So I just hope that this is a waking message. And I really hope that this waking message just shines a light on what's going to happen, you know, for the future, and of course what's happening in the present, because we're making movements. But in the future, I just hope that this is a very prosperous and very genuine message to police officers. You know, say if you're watching this YouTube video, if anybody right there who can take a stand, who's in power, you know, who could change this, of the structure of what they do, I just hope that you guys just hear our message. Overall, what we're saying is that this cannot stand, and we are always going to continue to fight.
We're going to fight
the great fight, because if we don't say nothing, nothing's ever going to be done. It's been proven throughout history, generations, decades upon decades. It's been proven. When we make a stand, things work out. People hear us, and of course, they're going to have to go have questions. They're going to have to reevaluate the police district, the precinct, all that stuff, whatever. Okay, just trust me, we're gonna be on them. Just like how they on us, we're gonna be right on y'all.
gonna be on y'all.
That's what
like white on rice.
White on rice. Thank you. Right.
You know. So y'all think we going anywhere? We're not going anywhere.
No.
If y'all take us out, there's gonna be some 10 more people to replace.
Oh yeah.
So that's on the real. So with that being said, black people of all origins, wherever you come from, you must start sticking together.
Don't worry, man. Don't fight each other, man.
You can't fight each other.
You can't fight each other, man.
Because they looking at us saying, look at them, the animals, and the animals, they're killing each other. Right. What they gonna do to us?
Right.
They can just kill one another so easily.
Right.
What will they do to us if they get power? You gotta think about that, y'all.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next one.
All right, y'all.
All right, family, we're back. This is Big C, and you know the rest of everybody here.
J.Gooden, Canada Parade. All time, every time.
All the time, every time.
Yeah, all the time, every time. So we're here for you guys. But man, we got some disturbing. I know you probably heard about it already. But man, if you haven't heard about this here.
Well, here you go.
Here it goes.
Coming
straight from the press. It's very disgusting. When you think about somebody making not just your child, making you put your hands in the toilet and grab your own feces. Your own feces. You know? What would you do if your kid came home and said, you say, hey, how was your day at school, baby? I said, Mom, I had to clean the toilet with my hands. I had to pick my own feces, my own boo-boo. Because I clogged the toilet, my teacher made me do that. Yes. A white lady, a Caucasian, made a young black kid do this.
5 years old, right?
5 years old.
5 years.
Kindergarten. You know, little kids clog stuff all the time, man. But she would never have done that to a little white kid.
Not nasty.
And then the thing about it is, bro, let me tell you something. The thing about it is, they had it, they reported it. None, they would not say the lady name. So we must make sure we say this lady name over and over again. What her name is, Renee?
I don't know. This one.
No, I know her name. I know her name. But for some reason, it blanked out of my head. So we're going to let Charlamagne the God big up to 103.5 The Beat. Charlamagne the God, the Breakfast Club. We respect y'all. We love y'all, man. We love what y'all doing. We're going to let Charlamagne the God to tell y'all about this jar man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
Ashley was calling for Carla Lassiter's termination because this damn no-lip having lady who clearly has a VIP membership in the Caucasus Mountains had Ashley's 5-year-old child digging in the toilet with his bare hands. They made this Carla Lassiter made this 5-year-old boy go in the toilet and get his feces and the dirty tissue out of the toilet to unclog it. Okay, I'm overplaying with racists. Nothing else is working. When they nut, we got a buck. If we don't, they will continue to disrespect us and our children, and we just simply can't have it. Because I don't have any other solutions, because this country protects people like Carla Lassiter. But the only answer I got is when they disrespect, you disrespect them back. Here, hold my halo. I'm about to do unto others as they have done unto me. Come on now. What would you do if that was your kids? What would Gia do?
Oh yeah, that lady would hold Gia 5 minutes. Gia would probably drag that teacher all up and down at school.
Yeah, when it comes to kids and old people, you cannot control how someone might react if they catch you doing something crazy.
And by the way, I wouldn't feel like that if there was actual consequences and repercussions. You know, when these people violated black people in this way. Oh no, I would still feel that way, but I would still feel good knowing that this woman was in jail.
She made the student take poo-poo out the toilet
with their bare hands. Unclog the toilet with their bare hands. And they're going to call the mama. They're going to call Ashley talking about, I can't explain what happened, but I'm just sorry for what happened. All right. That's exactly how I'm going to feel once I'm on top of you, letting you feel these hands God. Okay? Ashley got every right to be able to put hands on that woman and not be
absolutely. Now I ain't gonna front. My kids have been having a clog the toilet problem in the last couple of weeks, and we've had to have wipe 101 because they've been going crazy. But if any teacher made my kids pull their poo out the toilet, nah, B. Well, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. If you were in this
right there, stop right there. This is what we're talking about now. We just got through watching George Floyd brother saying, if I had my brother back, he could keep $27 million. Brianna Taylor mother saying, we want justice. Forget about the money. We want justice. It's not even a year later. You got white people making a little kid, a white person, not white people, a white person. So a school teacher, an educator, someone that's supposed to sharpen your mind and make you to be a person that's a law-abiding citizen, go out and be able to contribute to the world with your talents, what you learned in school. And teachers, a lot of people, athletes, doctors, lawyers, whatever, have this one teacher that they say, if it wasn't for this teacher, I wouldn't be who I am today. And this kid is going to remember this teacher that made him unclog the toilet with his bare hands. Because he clogged the toilet at 5 years old. Call yourself teaching a 5-year-old kid a lesson. When you got janitors that could have came in there and easily did their job, unclog the toilet. What you guys got to say about that?
I think that's just nasty. I would have stuck her head in the toilet. I'm sorry. With the feces in it. But you got to teach your kids that even though they have to listen to their teachers, those teachers have limits. Yeah. And I have to tell my kids, let me know if that teacher tell you cannot use the restroom. Let me know if that teacher said anything to you. See if I agree with it or not. You have to train your child. I know that's a 5-year-old kid and it's sad that we have to do this, but you got to let them know it's some limits to what you cannot allow that teacher to do. It is so sad, and we need to go to open houses. We need to get to know that teacher who's teaching my child. Because just like we have racist cops, we have racist teachers. We have people with a heart condition. I'm not going to call any names of, a race or anything like that. I'm not, doing any of that. But this woman was very disrespectful just because that's a 5-year-old child and she could bully. She would not be able to do that to anybody else. So she's a coward, to pick on a little child and to make a child do that. Because if she tried that with a middle schooler, I'm sure she would have had a fight. But, if I was that parent, I'll definitely sue her to school. After I got out of jail for kicking her teeth in. I just think that's just hardly disgusting. You got to be some type of special, wicked, nasty something.
That's a child.
Imagine what else That's another way else he's probably done. That's true. You reap what you sow. God brings it to the light. I just pray. God has His way with this woman.
I mean, there's so much.
It's nasty. It's just nasty.
Right. I mean, there's so much things that like a teacher should be doing. What really the school system should be doing. I mean, they can make us teach us very fundamental things that has everything to do with what happens to us once we get out there in the real world like money, like income, all that stuff. They can go out the extra step to see us after class to make sure that we're really on college studies to see like if you really haven't learned the material. Just being like that real mentor, like even like a sensei type thing, like where like, look, I want you to succeed. I see myself in you. I know you can. I can go bring myself out of you to make you a better you. You know what I mean? There's so much things that a really teacher can do. Yeah. But I've been hearing all types of weird stories about teachers throughout the years. I mean, like some of you going as far as say having like intercourse with another student. Yeah. That's really like high school, like middle school, high school. Yeah. But that's just like a very good example. Just saying that like teachers have been going like very far, with going to a big extremes of what they do with the students. Well, this one right here, like clean poop out the toilet with your bare hands. I mean,
well, that take care.
It really do. With this, yeah. Want everybody else in the room?
I mean, they didn't say anything about that. They didn't say nothing about that.
They need to screen these teachers. They need to screen that. They need cameras in the classroom.
The reason why he keeps saying Cheryl Lassiter is her name, right? Cheryl Lassiter.
Yes.
Huh? Because the reason why Charlamagne the God kept saying her name is because the media did not want to say her name. They want to sweep it under the rug. When it comes to our kids, when it comes to us, you want to sweep it under the rug. But the moment one of the athletes that's black, president that's black, anybody who's black, boy, y'all want to paint a mural and do all kind of stuff to make sure that everybody knows that we did something wrong. You know what I mean? But when a white woman, Cheryl Lassiter, makes a 5-year-old kid take his hand during COVID-19, I think it's a lawsuit. Because other people use the bathroom in that toilet. There's so many, just imagine. That's not a private toilet. It's a classroom with a toilet with other kids using the bathroom in there. And I would like to know, why the heck you sending your kid 5 years old to the school with COVID-19?
Right.
Yeah, not me. Some are sending them there because they're saying they have no other choice.
They have no other choice. But I'm saying, I won't do it. I don't care if they tell me I'm a homeschool. I'm homeschool. You can homeschool your kid. White people homeschool their kid all the time. You do not have to send your kid to no public school or nothing.
You definitely wouldn't go back to that school.
You know what I'm saying? So don't let them tell you that you have to send your kid to the school. If you want to have your kid homeschool and you want to set up where your kid can get homeschooled, they even got schools that your kid can go do online schooling for high school and all of that. So you don't have to go. They don't have to go to that school if you don't want them to. So let's be perfectly clear about that. But that's another subject. These people got to stop being racist against our kids. They need to screen these people. And once they lie and act like they're not racist, and they show 1% of racism, they need to be fired. And you can't teach nowhere. You can't teach nowhere. All right? It's all right to kill black people and humiliate their children. But as soon as the dude loses his cool and fight his wife in the elevator, y'all kick him out the league.
Yeah.
Kick him out the league, all that. His wife said, I forgive him. It was a mistake. I understand. I'm not saying don't go beat up wife. I ain't saying I'm not condoning. I'm not condoning violence towards any human being, wife, man, none of that. But people get heated, they have fights, they get pissed off for whatever reason. I believe everybody needed a second chance, but that junk was all over the news. Colin Kaepernick standing up for it. Because he knew, he was like, hey, black dude got killed. I'm tired of seeing my black people get killed. He asked the military dude what's a respectful way to kneel. To protest. Mm-hmm. He wanted to ask someone from the military that. And the president of the United States came at him.
Trump.
Because he peaceful protest. He got blackballed from the NFL. Basically. And it was all over the news. This lady made a 5-year-old kid take some poop out of a toilet where other people used during COVID-19.
There's no regulations for that, man. Like, seriously, man. You know what's going on with the pandemic. You know what's going on with the pandemic. So, like, what if he gets sick? Or he gets, catches any type of sickness, cold, you know what I'm saying? Fever, flu, who knows, man? Like, them man can get, like constipation. Like, that's waste. That's bowel. That's waste.
If anyone, leave it in the comments.
Come on, man.
Leave it in the comments. What would you have done if that was your child? Leave it in the comments. Please tell us what would you have done. I'm getting pissed off about it, man. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead on to the next one.
Yeah, man.
Cause it's just funny. You see that mother over there? That's a mama right there. You see how she got.
Yeah.
What would you do to her mom?
Put her face in the same photo.
Face.
Yeah. In the toilet. And put my foot on her neck while she in the water so she can drink some of that toilet water.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
We'll be back. We will be back.
Crazy stuff happening in the world.
Yo, man, stop messing with our children.
Stop messing with our children. Man. Real time, man. Stop doing that.
We'll be back.
Be a better example of that, please.
We'll be back. Yo.
What's up?
Right. And man, we're going to talk about the entertainment. This is our entertainment part of our segment. You know what I'm saying? There's been some movies new releases me, Candy Apple Red has gone and seen, J.Gooden seen one of them. And I don't know if y'all seen the Judas
Black Messiah.
Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna talk about Eddie Murphy.
Coming to America.
Yeah,
Coming to America.
Part two America.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess I'm talking too slowly or whatever.
Well, you stopped and looked. So
No. I need that help. Coming to America Part 2. Eddie Murphy and all of them, And it was very good. They had Wesley Snipes on there. And, the Gladys Knight was singing. But we want to share with you guys these clips, and we're gonna tell you what we think about the movies. I want y'all to leave in the comments what y'all think. And if you did not watch the movies, we encourage you to go out and support the black people, especially the one with the Black Panther movement, because that's near and dear to our hearts. And what's going on in America today didn't happen way back then. You need to see this movie because this movie is showing, with Geronimo Pratt and all of them from the Black Panthers went through trying to fight for justice and peace, So we're gonna go ahead on and review these movies. We're gonna tell you what we think of these movies, and y'all can leave in the comments what y'all think.
Chicago's little segregated city. Not Shreveport. Not Birmingham. But we here to change that. The Black Panthers, the Young Lords, and the Young Patriots are forming a rainbow coalition of oppressed brothers and sisters of every color. Church, tell them why we got here today.
Last week, our brother, Manuel Ramos, was
shot in the head and killed by an off-duty pig. So we caught the pig and turned him over to his fellow pigs. And for some reason, we expected justice. Well, let's see what they do now that we're in front of the pig pen and we demand an independent investigation. No more pigs in our community. 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 No more pigs in our community.
Like that. No more pigs. That was back in the 70s, yo. We're still going through. That's back in the 70s.
Yeah, it's a good movie though.
It's a good movie, but it's what we going through it today. But what they went through was way worse than what we're going through now. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
You know, burning down people's houses and everything. Go see the movie, y'all. But what I want to do is, I know me and Candy Appalachia, we went and saw this movie last night on our anniversary, you know. It's our anniversary weekend, you know, so we were just chilling. And we wanted to go, so we wanted to say, let's go to the drive-in. And we saw this movie.
Yeah,
you know.
Fred Hampton.
Fred Hampton, go ahead.
Yeah, just information on Wikipedia, American biographical drama film about the portrayal of Fred Hampton, played by Daniel, let me see if I say his name right, last name, Kaluuya, chairman of the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party in the late 1960s, Chicago, at the hands of William O'Neill, played by Lakeith Stanfield, an FBI informant. So he played the Judas.
Yes.
Which is so similar to the real Judas with our Messiah, because he ended up, you know, committing suicide, just like Judas did when he betrayed Jesus. But, you know, that was a great film. I loved it.
And that's what I want to talk about on this segment. How many people in your life, how many people have a Judas in their life? This is what I want to talk about, Judas. Whether it's co-workers, you pour your heart out to them, you let them into your life, you let them know your business to a certain extent. They befriend you, and they're by your side all along, just because. And you know, this guy in the movie, he got in trouble, and they said, hey, we want you to do this. Instead of him going to do his time, he got close with this fellow from the Black Panthers and basically brought down the whole organization because he didn't want to go to prison, or he didn't want to excuse me, suffer the consequences of what he did wrong. You know, and that's a Judas right there. How many people in here know that you got Judas next to you every day? Don't even know it. It don't be the one who you don't get along with, who you arguing, who you fighting with. It be the more closest to you. Know your secrets. Know everything about you. And then they turn around and turn you into the man. Or tell your boss, oh, he this, he that, he this, he that. That's what they've been doing to us. They did it to Jesus. They picked one of his disciples, like you never really was saying. They picked one of his disciples to betray him. They picked the people closest to you to betray you. That's why you gotta keep your circle tight. You gotta keep your circle tight. You can't just be letting people in, because they'll infiltrate when they're actually working for the man and they want to bring you down. And this is what this movie is about. So I think it's a great movie. I like all the actors in the movie, man. Judas played his part to the T. I ain't gonna tell you the whole movie. You have to go out and see it for yourself. When you see the movie, come back, let us know. Leave what you think about the movie in the comments. Okay. So they don't say anything else in here. It's a great movie. I'll give it an 8.
Hey, okay. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, it's good to me because it was very formative, you know? And sadly enough, the guy that committed suicide, he was set on a path because he wanted something in his own freedom, you know? Because he was guilty of charges, you know? But the story of Fred Hampton, you know, that the Black Panthers, we need to know our history. That's why I like learning, you know, watching documentaries and everything. Find out, so it was a great movie. I like the movie. I would suggest anybody to go and see it, you know, because a lot of people have myths and ideals about, you know, let somebody else tell the story, you know, about what Black Panthers was, you know, but it's just, you know, to know what they are really about. We need to know our history. You know, so that I'll say great movie.
Great movie, man. I enjoyed
Go see
it.
it.
Go see
Great
it.
actors. See your familiar faces from Get Out.
Yeah. You're gonna see some familiar faces from Get Out.
Working back together.
All-star cast, young and up and coming.
Very nice.
Yes, young and up and coming actors and actresses was in this movie that y'all are gonna know. That you've seen before, that you're familiar faces. But most of our family go and learn their history. I know it was from African Americans. You might not be an African American. You might be Jamaican. You might be Haitian. You might be from Venezuela, wherever you're from, Cuba. But you have to know why we act the way we act. And all the things that they say about African Americans, is it true? And if it is true, why do they act this way? Why do they act this way? Why are they so angry? Why? You have to watch these movies. You have to go out and do your research. Don't just listen to DeviantArt because you're just trying to have a better life, because they're going to use you. They're going to use you like a pawn on the chessboard. You know what I'm saying? They're going to put us in a pot like a bunch of crabs, pulling each other down. You know how a crab do? Crab trying to get out, the next crab take them and pull them back in the hot water. No, man, you getting burnt up with me. You gonna get eaten with me. You ain't getting out in this pot. And that's what they're doing with us, man. And if you look in the movie, they had the Mexican dude in there. The Mexican people was in there, along with the black people. The Mexican was there as well during the Black Panther movement. All right, so we're gonna go ahead on and move on to the next one with Eddie Murphy, Coming to America Part 2. We got this clip. Y'all let us know what y'all think of this.
Hey! What you doing back there? I just discovered that I may have a son here in this land. How much child support she getting from? The king pays no child support. No child support for 30 years and you came back? You was a dummy. Hello, I am Hakeem Jaffa, King of Zamunda. You are the heir to the throne. Yeah, my son? He's supposed to be like the prince of Wakanda. Wakanda is a fictional place. Not ever. Zamunda is a very real nation.
I don't need no handout.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Sente, King Hakim's son from America.
And my mom's.
And his mom's.
Children, this is your brother.
Hey, Queen.
me? I'm sorry I slept with your man.
This happened before we even met.
It's not like you're the first man I've ever been with.
What did you just say about the other man?
Coming to America, now it's coming to me.
I always thought that Mika was going to be queen. A woman isn't allowed to lose, Amunda. It's the law.
Did it ever occur to you that Mika wanted to be your heir?
Would you dare banish me from my own bedroom?
How you doing, King?
Getting it from everywhere. I have upset my family. You must be strong. And General Izzy would love nothing more than to take over Zamunda.
I'm a king, I'm a put your hands together.
Like that. Say it again.
Jimmy, it's hot over here.
I must admit, your style is foreign to my kingdom, but it's impressive.
That's right. Let me hear you say, hey, ho.
Hey, ho.
No, don't do that. That's the mother.
Oh, don't you say that.
No, not to his mother.
All right. Almost ready to become a prince.
Almost. It is time.
Ceremonial circumcision.
Big five. The liar. The chicken.
They're going to sharpen you too, nephew.
Yeah,
we're going to stop right there.
Stop right there.
All right, man.
Listen. When I first saw this movie, I fell asleep on it. I ain't gonna lie. I guess I was tired. Me and Candy, I fell asleep.
Don't you lay down on the sofa and you eating snacks and stuff. It's not nothing to do with the movie. So you watch it a second time.
So I came back home. I was like, man, I want to watch it again. Because I felt like I was kind of tired, and I wasn't feeling like I liked the movie, because I fell asleep. But then we watched it a second time, and we both were wide awake, and we enjoyed the movie. I had a lot of people saying, oh no, I ain't like the movie, brother, it's wild. To each his own. But as far as I'm concerned, I like my favorite actor in the movie was Wesley Snipes. That man played that thing to the teeth. Whoa. That man right there did that thing to the teeth, man. That man did his thing. No disrespect to Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, he always funny. He always gonna do his thing. But what was your favorite part about the movie?
Honestly, like you said, like Wesley Snipes, I feel like he pretty much like took the show as like one of the characters that's like a lead and also the main villain. He had like that villainous archetype to him. So I enjoyed him a lot. Like all the scenes that he was involved in, I knew for a fact that it was gonna raise like the suspense and the overall theme of the movie in itself. Because he's this general that is like very power hungry and that wants to see the best of what the nation can provide, but in his own life. He's all about militia. He's all about warfare and all that stuff. But he's also a very serious character. He has a very serious demeanor about him. So I feel like that feels like that was like one of the most impressive roles that I've seen so far. I actually liked him a little more than Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. So I feel like he pretty much like took it away because it was just always so funny. It's always so funny to see him come into like a hallway or like anywhere that he really just went to. Just doing like that lean walk. I always started cracking up, what I'm saying? And I felt like that was pretty much like a really good mood changer to it too, because like there were some parts where, they were talking about the story and all that stuff, and like the character movement and like how it was trying to flesh out. But like when he came in there, like he just completely changed it. I liked what I saw from his performance. I feel like it was the best performance in the movie. So, well, as far as pretty much like the verdict of the movie, it did have some pretty good one-liners, and it was very funny in particular aspects. I just wish that the story was a little more fleshed out. because I felt that it was a little bit rushed, on certain ends, and there wasn't necessarily any real plot holes because they did a really good job of showing like clips of the original film called Come to America from 1990, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So they did a really good track with the flashbacks, trying to piece it together and all that, and so like make sure that like everyone was up to speed because it was a good presentation for both people who watched the movie back in the day and people who didn't watch the movie. So who just wanted to go see what like Come to America, what it is about as a series as a whole. So I like seeing that. But I just I probably like the least favorite character that I had was like Leslie Jones. I mean, Leslie Jones was like she did her thing, as like what we're already like used to seeing from her. But I feel like so sometimes like her impersonation and her acting was a little bit forced. You really have to go tell people that you was a whole like back in the day and all that. And and try to over exaggerate. She exaggerated herself in a funny aspect, but at a certain part she kind of like over exaggerated. So it was kind of like getting old a little bit for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but my final verdict for the movie, like as a whole, I say it's a pretty good average film. So I like it.
So what you thought about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, we watched the second time, then I have a broader aspect about it because, like you said, we were eating and then we was lying down on the sofa watching it, so we did fall asleep, so we did watch it again, and I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't compare to Coming to America 1.
No.
The first one, it's nothing like it at all, not at all, but I did enjoy watching the movie. I did enjoy seeing all the different stars come together. I love seeing when stars work together.
Really good stars.
I like how seeing they're comfortable with each other and complimenting each other. And like the backflashes when they went back to Coming to America 1, how they reenacted a whole new scene, that technology, to make them still look like they did back in the day. So, and I enjoy seeing Gladys Knight sing, Brianna Taylor dancing. I enjoy her dancing. She's very talented, So even though the storyline could have been more like one was just classic. I feel like you just can't. You just can't remake.
That one was.
Some things you can't remake, but I'll watch it again, That's the movie where I can say I'll watch it again, and that's all I say, hey, I want to go see Come to America. I say, yeah, you should go and see it, We watched it on Prime,
Yeah, we watched it on Prime.
Yeah, we watched it on Prime, but it was, all in all, it was a good movie. It just wasn't like how number 1 was. So I guess we need to go in when you're watching sequels or remake of something. I guess you got to go with a fresh mindset to not
think about it.
But you still gotta link it.
People won't compare it.
It's the sequel to the first one. But I thought, that he's still with the longevity, still in the game doing it and knowing that people still wanted to see it. It's a classic movie. I really enjoy seeing it.
And the characters like with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. Can y'all? Hey, I want y'all to watch this movie. Y'all tell me who that old lady is. Is it Eddie Murphy or Arsenio Hall?
Arsenio.
Don't tell them.
I say I know.
You think it's Arsenio? Okay, I'm just saying. I want to do the fill it out for yourself though. I want to do a little trivia. Because, man, when she was spitting on Arsenio Hall.
They just didn't know who it was.
I didn't know who it was. I didn't know who it was. I was also going to play with different, very old lady actor. No, she was, man.
That was ratchet.
I feel like that the movie was filmed on Tyler Perry's studio set.
Big old
studio.
Big old.
Black Panthers was filmed on his set, and then also Bad Boys 3. So that's sticking together.
Respect.
I love Bad Boys for Life.
Respect Tyler Perry, man. Respect Tyler Perry. Respect to Eddie Murphy
Right.
and the whole cast, cause of the hey, go support your black people, man. Go support your black artists, man.
Yeah.
Support them.
Yeah.
You know, we need that. You know what I'm saying? We go and we support Batman and all that, Superman, all that, superhero movies, Marvel, all that stuff, man. But support your black producers, your black actors and actresses and stuff like that. And we want to be diverse in what we do. We don't want the world to look at us like we're just a bunch of gang banging strippers and hood rats. Eddie Murphy brought on the scene that we're kings and queens from Zamunda. You know, but for really Africa, if you go to Africa and Nigeria and Ethiopia and Egypt and all that, that's where the kings and queens originated from. Do your research. That's another topic. Now we're gonna go ahead on and move on. You know, before we move on, I want to know what y'all gave the movie. I gave it a 7.
7? Yeah. Alright, well, in my opinion, I'll probably give it like a 6. Yeah. You know, it was like, just like borderline average in my opinion. I just felt like, the characters is very as eccentric as they are. The musical performances were there. That was a really good tribute. They had Salt and Pepper and all that. Yeah. Yeah. It was alright. It was really good to see like the original cast come to form. The original cast. Yeah. Original cast is good. Yeah. So I feel there's one person that wasn't in there, but overall it
what y'all think about Sexual Chocolate?
Sexual Chocolate was something. Yeah.
Hey, the man Sexual Chocolate came in there and took it away, man. That man came in there and did his thing. Y'all got to see it, man. Sexual Chocolate came back in effect, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So man, hey, look, just stay awake long enough to see the end. You're gonna enjoy it. Yeah. Man. Just make sure you're not sleepy or nothing like that. So what you give it, man? Candy Apple.
Yeah. 7 with possibly. That's not because because of the cast they brought back, the characters they brought back. Seeing James Earl Jones. John Amos in there, and the effects of going back in the day are like that, so.
Yeah, and the one part we was talking about when Buddy was singing.
Oh yeah,
Buddy was singing, and it was John, and it was actually John Legend.
Yeah.
They did a tribute to Prince's song. Very, very good.
Very good, man. So you got a lot of. It's like a pot of gumbo, you know what I mean? Like Louisiana gumbo, it got that everything off in that thing, the sausages, the shrimp, the crabs, you know what I'm saying? They put everything in this movie, and brought it together. It was like Jay said, seemed like it was a little rushed.
Yeah, it was rushed. Yeah.
But I believe they had a reason for that. They was trying to get the people something so they could get their mind off the bull crap. And I don't know. I ain't making excuses for Eddie, but I think that they still the movie was good enough where people can have a good time.
Yeah, they got a good time.
Get their mind off the bull crap. Yeah. And the people who got the Judases in your life, you need to go watch this movie. Say it again, the name of it again.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Judas and the Black Messiah. You must see movie. Must see movie. Learn your history. I don't care if you ain't from this country. Learn the history, because I guarantee you, this stuff ain't just happening in America. It was happening all over the world to black people. All right? But learn your history. Go see the movie. We're moving on.
We'll be back.
We'll be back, y'all. Definitely. All right, y'all. Welcome back to Young Kings FLA in this episode. All right, so this episode segment, we're going to be talking more about the third stimulus care package update. So of course, you know, we got our boy Is Jimmy talking about us live. He had given us about it. Well, not necessarily live, but like recorded. But giving us like a really good report update on the stimulus package, as well as what to see, what to hear about it. You know, all the importance all about like what's to come. You know, so they got approved, how it's gonna go roll out. So we're gonna make sure that we get the whole full scoop from what he's talking about, and we can't wait to hear the good news and possible, you know, or any particular news that can probably happen to us that they may like or may not like. You know, so we're just gonna find out.
Come alive now that the dust is settling on the third stimulus check package, and we're going to start seeing more congressmen talk about it and push to get these things done. The question is, will they be done in standalone bills? Will they be done in presidential executive orders? Will they be done in the fourth stimulus check package? And will the fourth stimulus check package have monthly reoccurring stimulus checks? Will it have standalone stimulus checks? I'll keep you up to date on all of these, along with when we can start claiming the mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, and utility assistance that is in the third stimulus check package, as well as when we get more guidance on the $10,000 of unemployment income tax that is tax-free. In the third stimulus check package bill, they passed $10,200 per individual, double that for a married couple. You can actually get $10,000 of income tax-free if it was unemployment income. This is for the year 2020. We're waiting on guidance from the IRS on how to claim this. A lot of people have already done their 2020 tax returns. You may have to file an amended return to get the extra money. This will likely mean an extra $1,000 to $2,000 in your pocket if you had $10,000 of unemployment earnings last year. Unemployment earnings is normally taxable, but they're actually going to give you $10,000 of your first $10,200 of unemployment earnings will be tax-free. So depending on your tax rate, this will actually mean an extra $1,000 to $2,000 tax refund for you, or basically an additional stimulus check for you. That's already set in stone. That's already passed. We're just waiting on guidance on how to claim this. If you have to file an amended return, is there going to be a form to fill out? We're also waiting on more guidance on how to claim the $3,000 to $3,600 child tax credit that is actually in the third stimulus check package bill. This is already passed, and this is in addition to the $1,400 stimulus check. This is $3,000 for children over the age of 6 through 17, and $3,600 per child under the age of 6. The IRS is setting up a system right now for you to claim the $3,000 for children over the age of 6, or $250 per month. They're actually going to send you monthly payments of $250 per month per child and $300 per month per child for children under the age of 6. The income qualifications are the exact same as the stimulus check. So under $75,000 for an individual, you get the full child stimulus check, child income tax credit. Up to $80,000, you get a reduced check, and over $80,000, you're cut off. Double that for a couple, and $112,500 for head of households. So I will keep you up to date on that as well when we get more information from the IRS and the Treasury Department.
All right. Thank you so much. It's Jimmy. Go definitely check out his channel, support it. Like, comment, subscribe to him, man. Since this guy got the facts. A lot of know-how what's going on with the COVID-19 stimulus package, and also what's going on with Joe Biden and his relief fund. So, honestly, how I feel about this, I mean, once again, it's like really good news, because like $3,600 per child as tax credit, and this is also helping out people who are non-essential workers who've been dealing with unemployment heartbreak, you know, with them getting, you know, the $10,200 or so added as a non-taxable credit that's going to be hitting the bank. So it's really good news. You know, just helping those guys out, you know, during these difficult times. You know, they're very needy, you know, and just make sure that they can cope, you know, with this unfortunate setting that we're living in right now, that is COVID-19. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Joe Biden, he's got it right. You know, he's getting a ball game going. He's really serious about this economic tax relief and just helping us out, middle class, making sure we stay middle class.
The whole Democratic Party.
And the whole Democratic Party, right. Right. In general. That's
you can't leave out Nancy Pelosi. She doing her thing. She's a pit bull. That she doing her thing. I know a lot of people say some things about her, but she getting the ball rolling with this third stimulus package as well. If y'all want to, I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
But if y'all want to go check it out, go to It's Jimmy, man. And y'all, because we just gave you bits and pieces, because we can't cram all this stuff in. You know what I mean? But y'all go check it out.
Amen. So, Jennifer, you got anything about it that you want to go say?
Yeah, I'm happy about it. They are already starting to deposit into accounts now. They said it's based off of your 2019, 2020 income tax. So if you haven't filed that, I don't know about the delays for you, but you can always check Get My Payment on IRS.gov, so you can always see if or when you're getting one. So it's always a good thing to receive more money. And it's funny how, on this I was reading, they was calling Joe Biden Moneybag Joe. Putting clips with him wearing chains.
She got to bring it, Joe.
Joe in the building. Appreciate this stimulus, and hopefully everybody do the right thing with it.
All right, and I'm waiting for my 1400 right now. So I've been preaching about this. I've been saying that about this from the very beginning. I mean, just help everybody out on a monthly basis. I mean, getting one particular check is just not going to do it. It's not going to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? That's not really going to go cover costs from child expenses. Going to school, especially if we're going to college.
Yeah.
Especially these programs, these books are they want to go cram into us that we need, essentially needed for every single class that we're going into. You know what I'm saying? It all adds up. The bills add up. And they don't stop. Those companies don't stop.
No.
So why should the income that we should be receiving, that we will deserve, should stop? I mean, we're a tax-paying citizen.
Yeah.
So I've been saying that for the longest. Yeah. I mean, this honestly, the third stimulus package should have been the very first one.
Yeah.
Should have been the very first one from the get-go. From the get-go. I mean, and it's just how it is. I mean, we're living in an economy where the cost of living is going up 5-10 years, man.
And these people still trying to evict people and stuff.
Yeah. Then what's up with that?
They try to evict people, and they're refusing the money that the government is giving them.
Right.
They rather kick you out than let the government give you money.
Right.
That's going to be another topic we're going to talk about. If any of your guys have someone trying to evict you, in government, your local government has said, we're going to help you out. We're going to help you out long as, because this is the catch, as long as the landlords agree to it. If that's going on with you, leave something in our comments. Let us know. Because this is something right here that needs to be addressed. Because there's people getting kicked out in the streets.
Yeah, right.
There's people being kicked out in the streets doing COVID-19.
Right.
Doing what would you call it? What would we call it? A pandemic.
Yeah.
Doing a pandemic because it's worldwide. It's not just in our country. We need to go address this. We need to get the NAACP, the Rainbow Coalition. Everybody need to come together. Get these people some lawyers. We need to go fund me. All that for all that. We need to come together, and because I'm sick and tired of people seeing these moving trucks come in my neighborhood and in my apartment complex, these people throwing out their good furniture and everything because they ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
They gotta go live with their family members.
Right.
They can't afford to buy no storage unit or none of that. We got to come together, y'all. You know, all this stimulus stuff is good. But then you got people who out here working. They're working and they're putting their life on the line. You know, everybody can't get the vaccine right now. You got to be on the waiting list and all this kind of stuff. What about the people on my job? I had to drive my car, yo, because they try to put us on a freaking school bus. And it's people on there from all walks of life. They ain't calling out no names. On this bus, and some people ain't wearing no masks, and we packed on that bus like sardines. So I started driving my car to the job site.
Yeah.
I have to get up extra early, 4 o'clock in the morning to get there by 6 so I have a parking spot. And if you don't get a parking spot, you gotta ride that yellow bus.
Yeah. So, and that right there is dangerous. Right there.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, dangerous.
There's no social distancing on that bus. And they're not enforcing people to wear masks. They're not taking your temperature. None of that.
None of that. That's the very least they're gonna go do. Yeah.
Okay.
Outside from the COVID-19 test. You know what I mean? And that's exactly why, like, you know, e-commerce is booming. That's why a lot of people are selling their goods and making it into like a political service because of the fact that during difficult times, like steady income has just been cut. So, and you know, and I see that like all over the place, you know, like with third parties selling websites like eBay, Amazon, a lot of people are selling goods because you just gotta make ends meet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm doing that as a side hustle. Even me being a social worker, I'm still doing a side hustle because I understand that you know, I have to go provide extra income can like cover a lot of costs that I have. And I have a lot of monthly costs, and I'm pretty sure I'm preaching to the choir here. So for anybody who's watching this video, you know, us included. Yeah. So, you know, like I said, they gotta go. They had no choice but to go step up to make sure that the funds coming from government are actually gonna like help them provide the needs of other people. This is needed. You know what I'm saying? This is not no optional thing. This been going on. This we need this. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Just like when we have to go breathe air, we have to go drink water. We need this, man. Really.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, y'all.
Yeah. You wanna?
No, Renee. Candace Renee got her final say on this here. So we're gonna let her go ahead and do her thing so we can get on up out of here.
Yeah, just saying Happy Women's Appreciation Month to all the women out there, especially to mothers. Mothers are loving. We take care of you. We pray for you. We want the best for you. For all the mothers that's out there doing the best they can to raise their child, just wanted to say Happy Women's Appreciation Day.
All right. Hey. And bro, if you got a fine mother like this right here, God dirty, if you, yeah, man, you blessed, man. Cause I'm telling you, man, it's not just what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside that matters. You know what I mean? So if you got a mother that love you and care for you unconditionally and walking that walk instead of talking that talk, yo, you blessed. It's Young Kings FLA. It's Big C.
All right, it's JG, the one on me.
It can be after red.
And we out.
Guys, stay safe. Oh, one thing, you know, we always gotta go let you know, man.
Yep.
Like, comment, subscribe, follow Young Kings FLA TV. You know what I'm saying? We're reaching out to everybody, all audiences, man. This message needs to be heard all over the map. You know what I'm saying? So check us out on YouTube. Check out your boy right here, J.Gooden. You want any type of art graphic design content, I got that over there, J.Gooden, JG Media Productions LLC. So, but we're gonna hit you up with the real news every single time, every single chance we get. You know what I'm saying? So just come and support us. Check out our content daily. You know, share it to a friend. Let them know, man. Honestly, man. Like, we're gonna hit you with the hard-hitting edge news. Some news that people are afraid to talk about. Well, we're gonna talk about it. I'm tell you that right now. We ain't scared of nobody.
We ain't scared.
Yeah, we ain't scared. So definitely like, comment, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. And we're gonna see you next time, man.
Peace.